What's up, YouTube? This is the Roman Atheist here, Romanus Atheist, and welcome to this week's video. And this is gonna be coming out a couple days early because it's for a school project. But anyway, this is about Otto von Bismarck, as it said in the title. Just some fun facts. I'll probably put in a little bit of, it'll all be history because that's what the class is for. But in the early life of Bismarck was he lived pretty good. His father died when he was pretty young, and his mother ran their family's estates, which were a bunch of farms because they were nobility. And but when the big stuff really happened for him is starting in 1849, he was elected to the Prussian Chambers of Deputies, which is like the House of Representatives in the United States, loosely. It doesn't exist anymore, but that's how the Prussian form of government was. The only difference was the emperor or the king of Prussia would call when he wanted them to come in, so there wasn't a whole lot of stuff. He was a conservative leader. He was kind of anti all the political revolutions that were going on around that time, because this is like a couple years after the French Revolution. Well, 25 years. And in the next 10 or so years, there would be another wave of revolutions that were defeated primarily in Austria as well as in Prussia and France. Eventually, Frederick Wilhelm IV appointed in 1851 Bismarck to the Representative Federal Diet in Frankfurt. And this was a reward for his loyalty to the monarchy. Then he was sent to Russia as an ambassador for Prussia, but he wasn't there super long, only like 3 years, when he moved to Paris to be an ambassador to Napoleon III's court. So he kind of got around Europe quite a bit. He was then given the position of prime minister in 1862, September of 1862, and he led some important foreign policy moves which pretty much allowed the creation of the Northern German Confederacy, which was Prussia and some of the other northern German states. And that led to, among other things, an invasion of Denmark as well as Austria at slightly different times, leading to more land coming under the North German Confederacy's control, which he was highly influential in that stuff too. Then in 1869, the Spanish throne was offered to the cousin of the king, who I believe was Wilhelm the First. No, sorry, that Frederick William, I'm guessing, I think. But anyway, he was offered the throne. The Napoleon III wasn't exactly a huge fan of that. This led to the Franco-German War after a telegram. And the French Empire, including Napoleon III, was absolutely crushed during this, to the point where there wasn't a government that could end the war. But during this did help unite the entire German state, and this created the German Empire, in which he remained the chancellor of and led some major foreign policy stuff like creating the alliance with Austria-Hungary, and kind of the Ottoman Empire, well, and with Italy, which kind of sets the stage for World War I. And he kind of predicted that. He said, like 40 years after his death, I think was the quote, something in the Balkans would cause a major conflict, and he was right, kind of. He was off by a year or two, I think. But other than that, yeah, so he had some major influential. He created Germany almost not single-handedly, but his policies and ideas were what started the German Empire, which caused World War One, which caused World War Two, and now basically, if it wasn't for him, the European Union would not be nearly as the way it is today. So he was very influential on the world and Europe, and he is a pretty important and impressive guy. Um, yeah, that's kind of the big stuff with Otto von Bismarck. And yeah, have an amazing day. Roman Atheist out.